to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John.
I'm Mo.
We're both Gen X Grown Ups. Thanks for checking out this video.
Yep.
Mo, this is your gig. Tell everybody where we're going.
We're going to the Daytona Arcade Museum.
Yep.
And it's I've never heard about it until last week actually.
And it's only like 90 minutes south of us. I'd never heard of it.
And a buddy of mine at work, Jason, he said, hey, he knows we're into all those video games and stuff, and he's like, so, what do you think of this place? And I'm like, what place? Yeah. He's like, what? You never heard of it? Like we were idiots, which I guess I was.
I guess
heard
of it. It's like an arcade expo, but it's an always there thing.
Right. It's just a permanent thing. It's like a cafe. They have like a little restaurant piece kind of attached to it.
Yep.
Apparently a ton of pinball, a ton of arcade games. You kind of pay one price and you can play all day for a day pass.
$20 for the whole day.
Yeah, which is and it's 90 minutes away.
Yeah, we'll put a link down in the description so you can check out their website.
Absolutely. I'm trying to manage my expectations, but Jason said that it's like you walk in and you feel like you're in a 80s arcade.
Yeah, I've been places like this that are hit or miss. This is it seems from the website like an upscale barcade.
Yep.
I have high hopes.
Yeah. I mean, he said some of them just they don't have the good, enough pinball or enough good games, enough variety, or
yeah, it's just kind of like that's all you got.
Just sort of
that's it.
Yeah.
But this one had a pretty long list. They published on their website what they have.
Yeah,
and they had a lot. Well, I intend to get my $20 worth.
Oh, easily.
And we're gonna have some lunch there. We're gonna play some games.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So let's head inside.
Sounds good.
This was the front of the arcade museum, and I love that it kind of looks like a museum.
Yeah.
It's got the arches, and it's...
pillars, you got the whole... It's just funny. It just seems sort of stuck in there between these other stores,
It kind of does, but it added to the ambiance. I mean, it has character, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Right out front, they had this board. They're talking about their cafe.
Yeah.
New York pizza and beer all day. One price for everything.
Cool.
So there's like a walkthrough as you're coming into the facility, kind of give a walk around.
So they had some machines that were just showcases. You couldn't really play them.
They did have a few of those.
99% of them, though, were all playable.
I didn't play this, but I see this Death Race. I remember that was one of the...
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a lot of controversy back in the day on Death Race.
A pole position. Oh, there's that Star Wars one. I remember it being a lot bigger when I was a kid, getting into that thing.
I don't think it changed size.
I think it did. I think they made them smaller. Because it took me a while to get in and out of it.
You can see the little stage up top.
They had some great pinball machines, too.
Oh, yeah.
I also like that he had different kinds of games. Like you said, was it the cabaret?
Yeah, these tiny ones down on the end.
Yeah.
Because you have the full cabinets and you have the cocktail and those little cabarets. There's a guy playing the cabaret machines down the end there.
And the step stools. I didn't notice that.
Step stools for the little kids.
I didn't even notice that.
And there were people of all ages playing. There's a couple of youngsters there playing games that they were clearly not alive when these first came out, but they're enjoying them.
Not alive when they first came out.
That's right.
One of the things I was just so impressed with is how they didn't have a lot of duplicate games.
Yeah, it was a guy's collection. I love that they had real consoles down here.
Set up and ready to play.
See, I played Yar's Revenge. That's why it's on the screen. And some were genuine, and also a couple of flashbacks there as well.
Oh, yeah.
The owner, architect, and brainchild of the Daytona Arcade Museum is a really nice guy named Brian. And he was kind enough to take a few moments out of his day to talk with a couple of nerds with a camera who showed up about his facility.
It was a collection that got out of hand. Yeah, I kind of tend to go to extremes a little bit. We ended up with so many machines, and I moved from upstate New York, and I had unlimited warehouse space up there. And then I moved down here, and he's like, hey, you gonna come and get your stuff? And I'm like, I have no place to put it. So here's the museum.
So that leads me right into your next question. So we saw some video of the facility inside. This clearly wasn't built from the ground up as an arcade museum. What was this space that you acquired and how you've repurposed it?
This was originally it was a movie theater.
Okay.
And then after that, was it called the Coliseum. And it was a pretty famous dance club.
Hence all the columns and things around the outside. Okay.
Right. So yeah, we tried to recycle as much of it as we could.
To good effect, too. Now I noticed you have a lot of relics from the 1983 Alamogordo burial. How did you acquire so much of that?
I'm not sure how many pieces I have, but I am the largest holder in the world.
I believe it.
I believe it.
Like everything else, it got out of hand. Wanted one or two, and then it just ended up, okay,
you got them.
I want to just keep buying these. I like them. And I'm opening a museum, so I figured, well, it's history. I think I've got maybe 140, 150 machines in my collection at the moment of just video and pinball, and that doesn't include home consoles and
which I saw a lot of
things
back
like
there.
that. Yeah, there's a little bit of everything here.
Look at all this collectible stuff. I mean, they call it an arcade museum, and I thought it was just going to be games, and they called it a museum. But Jesus, it was a museum.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a collection of stuff.
I mean, some of the stuff I was like, holy cow, like something I never heard of before. But I was like, geez.
Yeah, there's my Telstar Pong that we talked about in the podcast. This cabinet was
Oh,
me
jeez.
growing up. This was my childhood. I mean, the Channel F I never had that I'd heard of.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
That was like the first cartridge system ever, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay. There's the 2600.
Oh, I remember opening that box on Christmas. There's a 7800.
And television. Wow. Coleco.
The Snobs arcade system. All the rich kids had Coleco. It was the best Donkey Kong in the day. And they had an add-on that would play 2600 games, too.
There you go. Someone was thinking.
Little collection of handheld stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Some of them, I mean, some of these look predated even me. I didn't know what that football one was, but some of them definitely I remember playing quite a bit.
Well, back on the road, on our way, heading back north after a day at the
Daytona Arcade Museum.
That's right.
So, hey, it was cool.
It was pretty sweet.
It was cool.
It outstripped my expectations.
Yeah, mine too. Actually, I thought it was gonna be more like one of these cafe with a few games, but and having met the owner, you can see he just loves this stuff as much as we do.
This is his passion, and he turned it into a business.
Yeah. And for selfish reasons, I want that to be successful.
I do too. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I can see myself coming down here every month or so, a couple months at least.
If he did a decent year pass kind of deal,
I can see. Yeah,
I can see doing that. And then
annual
just
pass
down, kind of once a month, like
to
you
motivate
said.
me. Right, and so they're going to put our high scores on the website. So I can see if somebody crushes my high score, then to come back down and reclaim my rightful.
I would drive if someone beats my Qbert score, which somebody will.
You'll have to drive down.
I'm gonna drive down and just
out Qbert them.
I will just play that one game the entire time.
That's a huge value add too. The fact that he cares enough. He understands that the high scores in an arcade, they meant something.
Yeah,
and he keeps track.
There's bragging rights.
It is.
Oh yeah. Especially back in the day when you could leave, come back a week later, and it's still there.
Still there. You're like, yes. And Brian, the owner, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's a pleasure meeting you.
We hope you're very successful. We're definitely going to get the word out as best we can.
Yeah, we'll do our part.
Yeah, and we'll be back again.
Absolutely, man.
All right. Well, thanks for checking out the video.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Don't you know that you're a grown-up?
Subscribe to Gen X Grown Up by clicking right here and enable notifications so you won't miss a thing. Use the comments down below to tell us what you think, and while you're there, a thumbs up would be great too. Please share this online wherever you hang out. Connect with GXG on social networks by clicking right here.
Basically, life sucks as a grown